Today, I am addressing you on twin subjects, two important things. One I have called dad metrics, designer dad, dares, directs, develops. Other thing is a tragedy of our time, the suicides of teens because of digitization. So please listen carefully that you might help a friend, you might help a colleague from what you know, from what you gather in this little study. Firstly, I like to emphasize that dad is champ, hero, coach, mentor, mistake manager. So whenever you encounter a problem, something your son is not doing right, you don't say he's wrong, confront and begin a conflict, but you show him the way how to improve himself. Why are kids wanting to be in heroic mode? Because that's what the digital screen teaches them. And YouTube influencers are all the time talking the fantastic, surreal, unreal, superb to kids, and that's where they want to get at. But dad has to be the one who gives the heroics, the champ, hero, the next step, next pitch, next limit all the time. So dad tells the child how to improve himself and what more is there. Next stretch, next step and next spring. Then kids begin to think it's dad who gives us the fun things and the next thing. This is how dads are designed to grow alongside their kids, and kids are designed to draw alongside dad. And I have repeated this many times, mother makes it daily safe, but dad gives the next step, the next stretch. So when children are on the digital screen too much, they develop an isolated lifestyle. Secondly, digital game gives quick wins, so kids think of quick wins rather than patient effort and investment, giving them long-term, mid-term dividends. Kids are thinking quickly you can gather up heroics, quickly you can gather up fame, quickly you can gather up dividends. Thirdly, when the kid is on the screen, the dopamine overdrive sets you up for thrill, risk, peril, danger. In Sinhala we say, paninta pera sita balanu. Kids have got used to sitannata pera panala balanu. Fourthly, kids get into an antagonistic mode and they feel as if a soldier in a foxhole, ready to shoot, ready to face danger. They have shifted from executive empathic, top-down regulation through the prefrontal cortex to reactive, invasive and thrill, peril mode of survival through the amygdala and the hypothalamus, because that's where the digital screen drives them. So since kids are pressed with the reduction of global and local resources and opportunities, they think they are a soldier in distress surrounded by adverse circumstances. So they need dad to reassure and revamp their effort for greatness, better harvest, improvement. Dad has to lay the track and show them the new direction. And on the dad side, thirdly, digitization has made kids look for quick success, like winning digital games. Dad has to redirect them to sow, wait and reap. Invest for dividends, coaching, and teach them that haste makes wait. Haste makes waste. So they are into digital thrills, sexual thrills, sometimes into gambling, physical thrills. So they want to attempt and see how much peril that they can take in for a day. That's where the suicide comes in. Some are intentional, some are just daring acts. So I am teaching doctors these days not to be trigger happy with prescriptions, because a digitized child is already chemicalized in the brain, and we have to adopt clinical psychology, counseling, empathic motor therapy and empathic creative learning therapy. You can get more of these clips if you send me a WhatsApp. I am Dr. Lalith Mendis. and I was head of Department of Pharmacology, founding head. More of these clips are available. So you can send me a WhatsApp to 074 211 5011. And if you are from abroad, please type +94 74 211 5011. I'm also available on my app. It's called Golden Nuggets, Dr. Lalith Mendi. And you can download that app from Google Store, from Google or App Store, free of charge, Golden Nuggets. So let me continue this, what shall I say, a passionate appeal for parents to be there for the kids and for doctors not to be trigger happy when you are prescribing. So all psychiatrists must learn to first try clinical counseling before giving more chemicals to kids. This is my research area. I have the March newsletter by the Sri Lanka Medical Association, SLMA, carries my article on this subject, how to manage the clinical syndromes caused by digital overdrive with empathic motor therapy. Don't make drugs the first therapy. Furthermore, even when treating ADHD, if you give methylphenidate every day, then the receptors downgrade and down regulation. Therefore, you have to give higher doses, which causes more side effects. Then you try to give another drug to stop the side effects. So already chemicalized brain, because of digitization or other factors, you are adding some more chemicals. That's not good management. So send this to your GP, your house physician, your general practitioner also, so I can send him some more academic articles. But this is primarily a message to parents to engage their kids' real world and their kids' difficulties before they run into problems. You can. Mother and dad together, you can. Fourthly, screen has also made them addicted to surreal heroics, virtual reality, so dad has to daily work out with them some real world heroics like mountain climbing, beach running, cycling, that kind of thing. 5, mom makes it daily safe. She cannot give next step, next stretch, next spring, which is dead curriculum. Then I want to also say, when kids are a lot on the screen, they loses the empathy given by a neurochemical transmitter called GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, that teaches them to consider others, but that goes off. That teaches them to be soft and consider, was it good that happened? That goes off when children are on dopamine, too digitized. Similarly, the reward motive that serotonin gives is also lost when children are too digitized. And then at meal times, you can recover the children. I have done many clips on the meal time. Please send me a WhatsApp to 074 211 5011. How to maximize meal time for the spiritual health and family health of the family. So in thrill mode, kids experiment with risk and they want to jump and see what can happen. When dopamine deprived, they shift to endorphins and anti-reward motive, and they begin to experiment with pain and do things that are not good, risky, pain-evoking, just because they are wanting to have a cool feeling with endorphins. Later they try worse drugs. So digital screen is the doorway for the drug addiction. So multiple drug therapies without clinical psychology counseling is counterproductive. So it's a dad who teaches the child the limit and how to expand his present experience, present world. When dad is absent, the kid will draw back at the limit and will not be able to face up to challenges. Dad teaches the child how to get to the challenge and how to overcome it in the right way. 7thly, when dad is absent or absconding, mom tries to give the kid the spurt he needs. She will nag and try hard. Kid shifts to perform or perish, swim or sink mode, always trying to improve himself to please perform and show. But this is counterproductive. And the mom doesn't have it to give up. Therefore, the dad has to be there. So in dad-absent homes, whoever the counselor is has to be cognizant of this and engage the issue carefully, clinically, with good counseling, and with empathic motor therapy and empathic learning therapy. Dad also mends the broken stuff. He makes crooked things straight. He makes rough things smooth. He fills up the hollow and the valley and makes mountains look doable. So kids feel that dad has empowered them, got them to the next step. So kids believe in a second chance and offers it to others when dad has been there for them. When dad has not been there for them, they don't know what to do when they face defeat. They can get depressed. They can try wrong things because it's dad who teaches them recourse, course correction. Dad is the one who adds the compass for their life. So they really need that. It's in the dad eyes, children learn to survey what he can conquer. So dad is there to show that a kid can conquer, kid can get ahead, kid can do well, and set them up for their best goal and best performance, best height. It's a dad who surveys with his eyes, and the kid follows how dad is surveying for his son and daughter. This is how kids daily apply themselves to rewarding industry. Dad said, well done, having worked alongside them. He's their loyal cheerleader and their fiercely loyal friend. This is how dad adds in different ways, and then he teaches them even economy of time and management of money and the future steps and future direction. So this appeal is for the family to act together, and families where dad is not there do face a handicap, but with many proper counseling procedures you can do it. So let's do this together, the greatest problem of our time. Now I want to get on to what the Good Shepherd can do. Good Shepherd promises in Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Every child wants to have that sense that he is well looked after. If you teach the child early to know the Good Shepherd, the child gets a sense of satisfaction, I shall not want. Because the digital screen is all the time teaching the child, not enough, give me more, I want to do more. That's the drive of the digital screen. But dad gives that sense of, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures, safe places of prosperity. And he leads me by the still waters. So there is a time for lie down and there's a time for leading. So mother manages the lying down moments, making it safe and secure. Dad manages the leading moments. He leads me by the next fountain, next prosperity, next step. He leads me in paths of righteousness. This is how Good Shepherd does it, and this is how dad will do it. So the child knowing the Good Shepherd early will help the child in knowing the right path. He will have a sense of compass, direction within him, understanding and discernment of right and wrong. He leads me in the paths of righteousness, and he restoreth my soul. This is a very important concept. The restoration, when things go wrong, things get delayed, the child is given understanding, second chances are possible. And God comes through, dad comes through, mom comes through. Then even if we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, that is adverse circumstances, we have to prepare our children for defeat, adversity, challenges. This digital generation is very poor on challenges in real life. In those adverse situations, his rod and his staff, they comfort me. The rod is the discipline children need. Staff is the provision. So we can't have discipline only. We have to have comfort, provision, the good things equally balanced with the needed discipline. So never use the stick, but tell them what good discipline is, manage them from mistake to the right play. You always talk of improvement, how you can do this better, rather than condemning. This is what the cross does. We bring our hurt, we bring our hate, we bring our humiliation, we bring our horrors, fears, and our hexes, the things that go wrong again and again. And when we bring them to our Savior, the Lord Jesus, then He takes our hurts and brings healings. He takes our fears and brings love. And He takes our humiliation and gives us dignity. He takes our hatreds and gives us forgiveness. Hatred is taken away by forgiveness. This is the rod and the staff for the life way, so that we will not fear evil. And then He furnishes our table. He makes our table, and He appoints the people who will be part of our table, our position in our table, and the provision, the amount on our table. We don't have to guess, we don't have to mock, we don't have to fight. There is a good shepherd who provides. And He anoints our head with oil. It's a spiritual experience of what God has for us. And He provides our table. Even in the midst of adversity, that's a promise. At present, the world is going through adversity, not only Sri Lanka. Global shrinkage of resources and opportunities. Global is planning to take over the countries, economies. So it's the time for us to know the Good Shepherd and seek His pasture, what He can lead us into. May you come into this experience. This is my plea with each of you. I was batch top in my batch, and I was the founding head of pharmacology in a state medical faculty, and I was an atheist myself. But as I was walking through my life's way, I began to understand, without God, I live only for my brain and for myself. And that was shrinking my heart. At that stage of my life, I realized that knowledge is a cruel taskmaster, just like money. And then when I got to know the shepherd, I could channel my knowledge for my betterment and others' betterment. So enter into this experience. It's doable, it's possible. And that will help our kids also to have the Good Shepherd from their young days, helping them in their life journey. Thank you for listening. Please send me a WhatsApp 074-211-5011 for more technical matters on any subject I have touched on. And if you are a doctor, I can send you my presentation to Sri Lanka Medical Association on this subject. Thank you.